I'm gonna talk about how I'm coming to kiss your mama, how I love her, cause she know I love her. And tell her I need my hug. I am feeling a little down this week, and I need her to pick me up. You know what I'm saying?
But you know she don't let them hoes. So
I mean, that's the reason why your ass don't get no hugs. I mean, that ain't my problem.
I don't know how that's gonna work out for you.
That ain't my problem. You know what I'm saying?
Not really sure about that. Jerron, you kiss my ass.
Damn.
We started 2021 off right.
That's right. Check your inbox because I messaged Jerron because I was thinking about him and I ain't get no response. He ain't even read the message yet. You know what I'm saying? With your peanut head.
Hey, Jerron, I ain't gonna sit here and lie. She was crying, singing Lenny Williams and everything. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, she was talking about how she watched TV till TV went off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
TV went off.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. She went way back in the day. You know when TV went off the air. You know what I'm talking about?
Why you so extra? Huh? You so damn extra.
She love you. She miss you, and this is what you do to her.
Oh my gosh, you was so extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you check your DM, so you know, and I'll probably cuss you out later. But you know, check your DM.
Oh my God.
My bad.
Travis,
shut up. You mad because everybody DM'd your black cat?
You know what? I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I got your mama. You know what I'm talking about? I got your mama's love. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up.
I got her love to keep me warm.
She ain't worried about you, boo.
Hey, listen up. Before we get started, make sure everybody follow us on Twitter, podcast_reset. That's on Twitter. If you ain't on Twitter, I don't know what the hell wrong with you. But listen up. I'm your host, Last Revelation. We got Charmaine Clark.
Hey.
Lillian always drinking something, got to get up every 5 minutes, Ross. And Slim Williams, the MF and great, you know what I'm saying, back there. You know what I'm saying? Looking like he got a new gaming chair. You know what I'm talking about?
This is my new gaming chair that I built. I put together. I text Jonathan earlier. He told me he can wait till tomorrow. I said, no.
I got you. I like that right there, but all I got for Christmas was a gift card. But anyway, you know, we're going to go ahead and move on. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and move forward. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. I used to have the damn fruit tart I was sitting on, but a goddamn woman left, so she took the goddamn fruit tart. Hey. I will be on the floor.
Happy New Year. She said, Happy New Year.
Listen, right. Listen, I'll give up some furniture. You know what I'm saying?
For peace of mind.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay?
It's
all good.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
It's all good.
Yeah, but listen up. The topic today is, do us as Black people, as a race, do we play the victim? So I want you to definitely think about that topic. I want you to think about that just a little bit, and let's decide tonight, at least in our heads and our minds, do we feel like Black people play the victim?
I guess it depends.
I want you to explain that. On
the situation and the person.
Right.
I want to switch that around. It depends on the person.
Right.
You know, because, you know, playing the victim is a form of definition of manipulation to me, to a certain extent. And it depends on the situation for some people. Some people play victim in a relationship, on their job, you know, wanting self-pity, narcissists, which is a real hot topic right now, discussion of, you know, people being manipulative and that narcissist type of personality. And so I do feel sometimes we as Black people, Black folks, we do play the victim.
Well, I want to say maybe, you know, sometimes in everyday situations, but I mean like as a whole, like a broad statement. And it's come to me because I was watching, you know, some of the things that's happened over 2020, 2019, hell, the last 50 years.
The last what years?
50 years. You know, when you go back and look at Black history, things that has happened to Black people as a whole in this country over the last 50 years, you know, nobody thought about, you know, going to help anybody anywhere until somebody got hurt or got shot. And then you see Al Sharpton, or, you know what I'm saying, or you'll see Jesse Jackson, or, you know what I'm saying? My thing is, my thing is this. Do we play victim when it comes to certain things? When somebody's robbing a store and gets shot by a white officer. Now, we all know it's a lot of Black people that got shot by officers and they weren't doing a damn thing. You know, they were just minding their business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got pulled over for a routine traffic stop. They was walking down the street. When I'm talking about genuinely committing a crime, and then that person get brutalized or murdered by a white officer, and then all of a sudden the entire country's in uproar, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody like, you know, Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton shows up to defend the case or to try to receive some money. I'm not sure.
I think it all depends on the situation. I mean, you got plenty of people, like when that Black man who got killed by that cop back in Texas, nobody rooted for him because they said he was against Black Lives Matter and with the whole Breonna Taylor situation and everybody else. So it wasn't no sympathy for his ass. And so I guess it all depends on I guess it all depends on I'll tell you know it, somebody left. Got a big echo in here. God damn. No, I realize how loud it is. But shit ain't it. But anyway, I think it all depends on the situation, because it all depends on the situation. I do see Black people get upset about everything when it comes to like colorism or stuff like that. Black people immediately get offended or stuff like that. I think some Black people are just, they get offended too quickly. And then you got the Black people who are, it's weird because we'll be upset about a white person killing a Black person in any circumstance. But if we got Black people killing Black people all day long. But the problem is with that.
Hold on. Go ahead, Drum. I'll let you finish.
The problem is with that is the white people who kill the Black people don't get prosecuted. And all Black people want is, look, we go to jail if we kill each other. We want them to go to jail. That's it.
Well, I don't want to put it that way, because the first thing somebody says, you know, we talk about this at work, and you know, the white people says, oh, well, you know, it's just as many white people get killed by cops than Black people. And I tell them, well, it's not televised. You know what I'm saying? We're splattered across the news. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, it was ridiculous. It was weekly, monthly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, monthly, weekly.
Right. But the glorification comes in when they talk about Black on Black crime. What about, they don't talk about white on white crime. They don't talk about that. I'm just being for real.
Yeah.
Okay, in Spain, who's killing Spaniards? Okay, in Italy, who killing Italians?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's not Black people killing, you know what I mean? So they killing each other there. They killing each other in other countries. The Chinese, who killing the Chinese?
Yeah.
Okay, the Chinese are killing Chinese. No, but here in America, they never talk about white on white crime. They don't even call it white on white crime. You know, I remember looking at an article.
Black on Black.
Yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. Like, it was doing Hurricane Katrina, and Time Magazine had a real big piece. Not Time Magazine, I'll take that back. National Geographic had a really big piece in one of their magazines, and I'm sitting in there and I'm waiting in the doctor's office and I'm looking at it, and it's a full page. So both pages, it was just one big picture. On the left side, it goes survivors finding food. You know what I'm saying? Finding food in the water, floating in the water. And listen, it's one giant picture. They just split it between two pages. When you look on the second page, it's Black people in the same water with the white people, but under the Black people, it said looting.
Wow.
And it was looting. And I'm just like, how? How all the shit floating in the water? You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the water getting it. You know what I'm saying? But white people getting it, it's survival. You know what I'm saying? And they doing what they can to survive. But when black people get it, it's looting and stealing.
But you know what? This is why this platform, the information and the topic that we're talking about is so important, because we get to control the narrative. And so you said National Geographic.
Right.
So get this. The media portrays it that way. And I think that's why it's now like you have Oprah and I don't know, Diddy, they have their own network that hopefully will go more into
Oprah just as bad.
Huh?
Oprah just as bad.
Listen, I'm just giving examples. I'm just giving examples, but I'm saying we, as a community, we have to learn to start controlling our own narrative. You get what I'm saying?
We as a community must stop allowing this stuff to happen. It wouldn't happen if you allowed it.
How?
We give money to companies and make billionaires out of white owners of companies who use 80-90% of black users.
Okay,
instead of funneling our money into people or companies that
but we don't want to do that. Listen, look at Gucci or whatever it was that made the monkey face, or I can't remember which brand it was. I think it was Gucci or
H&M.
All right, listen. Our people in our community still going by Gucci.
I'm just saying. That's them. They can go buy Gucci because those people are already broken. Those people are broken because they feel like they have to put on a brand to make themselves something. They don't believe enough in themselves. Oh yeah, I'm just saying. But it's they don't believe enough in themselves to say, I don't need a Gucci belt to be who I am. Totally but they want to show Gucci to everybody else. They want to show somebody else a status or a symbol of something, showing prestige, and they don't necessarily have it. Like I used to tell. I remember I used to ride down the street with Jerron and the twins, the boys, my brothers, and we used to see these guys walk down the street. I'm talking about fly from head to toe. I'm talking about clean. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? A fly land on them and gets cut in half. You know what I'm saying? Joker sharp. You know what I'm talking about? And they walking. You know what I'm saying? And I remember looking back at them and say, you don't want to be this guy. I'd rather look halfway and ride than look, 100% and be walking. I mean, my thing is, it is about your priorities. But I feel like it's not a double-edged sword when it comes to Black people and whether or not we play victim or not. I feel like it's not a double-edged sword because we're being victimized every night, every single night. When your child watches the news and watch a man get the cops called on him because he's walking his dog, or when your child sits down and hears a story and reads a story about a girl getting the cop call on her, baby girl getting cops called on her because she's selling water to make money, to earn money, to go to Disney World. Yeah. When my children sit down and they get on social media and it's another Black man shot wearing a seatbelt with his daughter in the back of the car.
Oh, listen, our hoodie on.
That is victimization. Exactly. Whether or not you want to believe it or not, they're being victimized right at that moment because they constantly are being fed this type of information and constantly being shown that your life is not worth anything.
But you know what? You're absolutely right, and that is what's being televised. You get what I'm saying? Meaning through the media, and it is portrayed that way. And you hear the example all the time. If a Caucasian person is in the elevator, and if an African American man comes within the elevator with her, she clutches her purse. I mean, you get what I'm saying? Because of the perception that is fed through the media, and that's why I think platforms like this and other podcasts and other African American owned networks, we have to begin. And it's a good time. It's a good thing that we're having this discussion because we can start controlling our own narrative.
I mean, but I don't want to control the narrative. I just want it to be what it is. Not every you know what I'm saying, black person's a thief or a murderer. Not every white person is
My
racist.
point exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Just because a person wears a MAGA hat or supports Donald Trump, don't make them a racist. It don't. You know what I'm saying? I voted for Bush twice. It was not because of what Bush stood for. I mean, I already knew this dude was an idiot. I mean, hell, I understand who was running the country. I understand Dick Cheney was running everything. I get that. It was his stance on the military and the situation we had to deal with at that time. And I felt like other presidential candidates like Kerry and Gore wasn't going to make the necessary steps to do what they need to do to keep this country safe. So I did vote for the devil twice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? But what I didn't vote for was the super devil when they put Trump in there, when they put the orange devil in there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't vote for that stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Even though I did not like Hillary Clinton at all. At all. I could have just not voted, you know, at all. But I still voted for the lesser of the two evils. And I think that's what a lot of voters come down to. Some people just, you know, historically Democratic because my grandmama and my grandmama and my grandmama, you know, vote Democratic. And they really don't look at any issues. They don't look at anything. It's just, I'm gonna vote Democrat. You know?
But is there any candidate that's perfect and didn't have? I'm not. You have to go with. You have to vote with whatever you know you believe in and what you think that candidate can, you know, bring.
Right.
Whether they are Democratic or Republican.
Right, but you said earlier it depends on the situation whether or not black people play victim.
Well, I didn't know you was heading into that direction before you said what you said.
I think black people they deal with black people been getting the raw end of the deal since we've been here. Black people have been getting the raw end of the stick.
Yes.
But the problem is, and this goes back to what Kanye West said, although what Kanye West may come out as crazy as hell with some of the shit he was saying, but one thing when Kanye West said slavery was a choice, in that sense, what he was saying that, look, yeah, we were slaves, but we don't have to stay slaves. And I think black people automatically go for the first thing if a white person, oh, well, you know, slavery, man, you know what I'm saying? You can't slave. And it's like, yo, yeah, no one is, well, I'm not saying forget slavery. No, we should never forget that. White people want to wash away slavery. They don't want you to talk about it. They just want to act like it never existed.
Impossible.
The problem is, right, but the problem is that black people cannot stay in that realm of that. You got to want to, I personally think, in order to get all black people need to start riding on these white people, but they so scared of white people, but they'll go down a black man quicker than they'll go down a white man.
Well, that's how it's done. Kanye West did say a lot of things that got a lot of people pissed off, you know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But listen, to the point of slavery was a choice, I think a lot of people took that out of context. It's the fact like this right here. If you live in your own filth, your own feces, and you sit in that every day, and you refuse to get up out of it and go wash your behind or find a way to wash your behind or revolt to wash your behind, then that was a choice that you made. Charmaine, we got a whole episode with you and Jerron going at it, about to knock each other goddamn heads off, talking about something was a choice. Okay. Right. So you can't hold on. So you can't sit here and disagree with Kanye West at this point in time because it was a choice. I mean, in all honesty, it was. Even though we was in a foreign land and we didn't know what the hell was going on, we still outnumbered. So therefore, if we would have came together, but we was a peaceful people, they the one who made us this way. But if we was to rise up and revolt earlier than what actually happened, I don't think it would have been slavery that long. All right, everybody, we back. We have some technical difficulties. You know, Lynn ass was chewing on the cables because she hungry. You know what I'm saying? And kind of jacked everybody up over here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. We back. But listen up. Seriously, Lynn, I do want to hear from you on what's your side.
Yeah, I guess you do got an opinion. So we.
You know, what's your take on this? Do you really feel like Black America as a whole takes or play the victim?
Now, wait a minute. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Lean. He's asking Black people. We're not talking about you.
Right.
Go ahead. I just want to put that out there.
I appreciate that.
Remember last time? I'm just saying. Go ahead, Lynn.
You know what? Oh, y'all really irks my nerves sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It just really irks me. I'll make my ass itch. But you know, it's all good.
That comes from not watching your ass. Anyway, we'll have to move on.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it moving and not, yeah. So do we as Black people play the victim card? No. Sometimes the devil is busy. The devil is busy sometimes. Yes, Lord.
What the devil got to do with the victim card?
Can I explain? Can I explain, please?
Yeah, go ahead and explain.
Is that all right with you?
I'll let you explain. Go ahead.
Huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
So anyway, like I was saying, I was so rudely interrupted. Okay. So sometimes the devil is busy. Yes, Lord. And then sometimes it's you. You know what I'm talking about? It's your Black ass. You know what I'm saying? It's not the devil. It's the decisions and the positions that we put ourselves in. So when it comes to playing the victim, some people, and as Black people, Hispanic people, Chinese people, green people, you know what I'm saying? They do it because it's convenient and they don't learn anything by playing the victim role, you know what I'm saying? So there's a real side to that, and then there's the side where it's used improperly, you know what I'm saying? And when it gets used improperly, it ruins everything for everybody, you know what I'm saying? You know, cause one Black person, oh man, they fired me because I don't know why they fired me, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's because your pee was dirty, you know what I'm talking about? So Travis, how many times have you had, to deal with situations like that, with, people that were under you?
It was everybody but themselves, you know what I'm saying? Your fault, their fault, the man fault,
the
man, you know what I'm saying? It was them. But they did not take responsibility, even when we gave them an opportunity to take responsibility for their actions. They still didn't take responsibility for that.
Yeah,
exactly.
I do agree with that. For a minute, Lan, I was trying to figure out where you was going with that right there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what you was smoking?
I'll be chopping you. I'll be chopping you with that knowledge. You'd be like, yeah, you don't even be expecting it. You know what I'm talking about? That's what that's what your girl do. You know what I'm talking about? You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, everybody's just gonna smile and nod. Sure. Yeah.
Oh, you're such a hater, bro. You're such a hater.
Yeah, all right.
But that's my take on us as Black people playing the victim role.
Well, I got a little wild card in here. Do you feel like white people play victim? As a race, do you feel like white people as a race play victim?
Yeah.
I mean, hold on a minute. It wasn't that clear when it came to Black people, but you feel like white people play the victim. I mean, you can see in the news with the Karens and with some of these people, they use their white privilege. They use their white privilege. You know what I'm talking about? This Black guy.
The lady in the park.
Right. And it's a Black guy, so you should hurry up and get here. I mean, we made a statement on one of the shows, before. Well, I made the statement. And also we made a statement on last show, which is not aired yet, about your Black life is not worth more than my white feelings. And when you see this very clear with the whole Capitol raid, you know what I'm saying, with the whole storm in the Capitol deal, you see this because they're
Oh,
so in their
yeah.
feelings that everything else logical, everything else that has any type of meaning or significance or gets thrown out
Mm-hmm.
the window. These people are risking life, limb, family, jobs, kids,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Marriages, they're risking everything all so they can get their little, feelings across. So
But do you think that it was a risk for them?
Uh,
Or do you think they
They didn't
feared
think
this?
so.
well,
That's what I
it
mean.
wasn't.
That's why they did it.
I mean, you have to look at this thing psychologically. When you look at it psychologically, when white males get in an uproar, they tend to do things like this, and it
Okay.
seems to be acceptable amongst most people. You can see that with how white people run the country. It's acceptable, but when a
Mm-hmm.
black person is outraged that you're murdering us, that I'm in the house fixing my car in my garage, and you come into my garage and shoot me. When you look at situations where people have been locked up for 40 years
Mm.
and come to find out, hey, they ain't do anything.
And
20 years,
some
they ain't do
still are
anything.
locked up.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Still locked up and they haven't done anything.
Anything.
And it's not just that thing to say that prosecutor, that sheriff, that judge, all sentenced all of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody, when you exonerate 4 people that came from the same sheriff,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? You might want to look at his whole list because something's a little off. And I feel like even though we do have those yes moments like, hey, Central Park 5, we exonerate
Oh,
these
so
people,
many.
we've done these things. I think that's just to pacify us. I think that's enough to say, okay, we went back, but look how much time they done put in, how much they life
Yeah.
they lost. It should have never happened in the first place.
I totally agree.
Right. But I don't feel like as the right race get the same treatment. You haven't seen any white kids interrogated without an attorney or their parents and put in prison for crimes they didn't commit.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, when Dylan Roof went into a church and killed 9
Oh.
people, they took this nigga to Burger King. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. When you look at the DC sniper, the reason why it took so long to find him is because he was black.
Yeah.
All of the forensic scientists, all of these people was looking for a white male because that is what white males do. This is something that a white person would do. Let's get up on top of a building and shoot people. You know what I'm saying? Which automatically shows violence, the presence of violence. It already shows that. So that's the reason why it took so long. He went through 100 checkpoints, but they weren't looking for him. They just waved him on through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have that same MO. So do
It's
white
that
America?
perception. It's the perception. Okay, it's like the perception for us with sports and football. It's expected for now it's not because you having more of our African American athletes that
Right.
are playing the quarterback position, but
Right.
before it was the black quarterback can't remember so many plays, so we need
Oh, I remember that. Charmaine.
right.
I remember one. Oh, a black quarterback can't finish. He doesn't have what it
Exactly.
takes to finish.
So who was like one of the first quarterbacks that won a Super Bowl? I think it what's his name? Doug Williams? I'm not sure.
Right,
Right?
but
So
I heard somebody say that the NBA is 90% black,
it is.
and that's racist, and that it should be more diverse than what it is. And I say, well, if the
Everybody got
talent,
opportunity.
no,
Yeah.
no, if the talent was there,
Yeah.
then it would be more diverse.
Yep.
Is it our fault that the talent pool on your side of the family is not up to par? That's not my fault. That's not our fault as black people.
Exactly.
It's not our fault as black people that we run and chase. We're indigenous here. This is what we do. That's not our fault. But But do you feel like white people play victim land?
What was a lady that she was on all these memes? She was at the Capitol and they sprayed me with mace. They sprayed me. I mean,
yeah, it's a revolution. Yeah, I about died when she said that.
And how
I
about
said
the realtor? The real
everything out all over my computer. I was drinking a Coke, and she had said it, and I couldn't. I ruined everything. I covered everything with all the soda that was in my mouth. That was the funniest moment I think of 2021 so far. That was funny as hell. And then she's like, "It's a revolution." I'm like, "To who? To what? What the? What are you? What are you revolutionizing?" I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Somebody they need to get this woman and do an interview with her. They really do, because I need to know exactly what was going through your head that you think in today's time that you was going to storm a Capitol and keep a president in, and the rest of the world just supposed to say, "Oh, okay." You know,
because I mean, like I said, they had no.
They didn't get charged, I'm assuming.
They are.
I mean, it's a lot of people
A
that
lot of them got pardoned. Yeah, a lot of but
I
it's
mean,
what it is.
was Tiger King didn't get pardoned? What's his name?
Oh yeah, you were mad.
This damn
Whatever the Tiger Man.
yeah, with the damn limo outside, telling me he waiting to throw a party and all this shit. And then when Trump didn't pardon, he said he was too racist and too gay.
Too gay.
Yeah.
Like that had anything to do with it. So before the podcast, I read an article that says now he's hoping Biden to pardon.
Oh wow.
Yeah, how the tables turn.
But what did he do? Did his tiger murder someone or what?
Yeah.
I don't understand what his story is.
Conspiracy to murder, yeah.
Oh.
I didn't get that either. What did he?
Yeah.
Y'all seen Tiger King?
I ain't
On
watching
Netflix.
Haven't.
And won't.
Y'all might need to watch that.
And won't.
It's absolutely hilarious to me. And then they call us the savages and crazies, and we ain't got no damn sense. But watch that shit, and you know what I'm saying. You let me know what the difference is. Dron, as white people, do white people play the victim? Do white people play the victim?
I think they do. I think white people whine, cry, bitch, moan, complain.
That sounds like Lynn. You sure?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I think white people they had a certain entitlement to the point where they believe they the end all be all, and if anything gets in the way, oh, well, what about Obama? That's what Trump kept saying. What about Obama? Obama. It's like, man.
But that's chess game. That's chess. That's political.
No, but it's like that's just how white people do in general. Anything that they feel like is a threat against the white race, or any type of black people having any type of any movement further than them, they can't handle it. They
I don't want to generalize like all. I don't want to generalize all white people in that group, but it is a lot.
No, not all.
Yeah,
no, not all.
Yeah, but it is a lot of them.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? I saw a video today where this girl was still ranting and raving about how Biden stole the election and Trump is the real president and all of this. And this white guy walks up behind her and tells her to shut the hell up. It's ridiculous. Just shut the hell up. Listen, best damn thing I've seen all week. You know what I'm saying? It's the best thing. Like, even they're tired of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're tired of and there's another guy, and I'm gonna link the description below. He does. He walks around with $1 million in a briefcase. He has $1 million, and it's called the one question. It's a one question game. Win $1 million by answering one question right. And he goes up to this lady, and he says, "Could you tell me who won the presidential election?" He got $1 million in the case, and he tells her it's $1 million in the case. It opens up, he shows it to her. He goes, "If you can answer this question, you just become a millionaire."
Wow.
Tell me who won. the 2021 presidential election. 2020 presidential election. And you know what she said? Donald J. Trump.
Wow.
And looked at him in his face in utter belief that she was going to win $1 million. I mean, like, eyes tearing up, like, oh my God, I did it. I can't believe that I won $1 million. And he looked at her and said, absolutely not. And he goes to another 12 people. Wow. And they all lose. Yeah, they all lose. It's absolutely hilarious. It's hilarious to see this.
Wow.
Just complete and utter disbelief. Breaking down, losing their mind, binds the devil, he eat babies. You know, that's
what?
All there. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh,
you gotta see some of the stuff that these people believe. Democrats are aliens who eat babies and drink blood and are vampires and all kinds of other ridiculousness.
Wow.
But we the crazy.
Okay.
You know we crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You said wow at the same time.
I'm
that was out there.
Y'all can sit here and tell me I haven't heard of that.
No.
Y'all need to. Y'all
The vampires
watch TV and I get all this stuff. I'm the one who don't watch
the movies.
No. Like QAnon, these groups, that if you look at some of the conspiracy theories that they have, this is what they believe. They truly believe this stuff.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, they're all pedophiles. They all eat babies for power. They all do this stuff. They believe this stuff.
Wow. Mental health is a powerful thing.
I mean, man, I don't know. Nowadays, I just, you know, I remember my grandmother when I was growing up. He said, "Oh, Travis, you living in the last days. Oh, this, that."
I know, right?
And I'm like, man, listen, y'all niggas been living in the last days for the last 400 years. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anytime something go on, it's the last days. You know what I'm saying? It's the last one. I wake up tomorrow. Today the last one. You know, wake up the next day, next week. Well, the last one ain't come yet, but it's coming. You win the last one. They just listen up. I truly feel like if you look at people in politics and the country then, when my grandmother used to say these things, to now, man, she might be right. I'm just saying, you thought stuff that was crazy then. It is crazy as hell today. Yeah. And it's not like it wasn't always going on. We just have social media and other platforms to see these things
to expose it more.
Right. You know, it's a lot more in your face, but but man, just the downfall of mankind, we get dumber every single generation, man. This is like every generation is dumber than the last. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not calling anybody kids stupid or anything, but but damn, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you can literally see this stuff.
Listen, God knows what 10 years from now is going to look like. I don't know what the discussion is going to be.
Well, I had an employee, I had another supervisor. He asked me, he said, Travis, do you think there's going to be a United States in 100 years? And I told him, hell no. Yeah,
well, you know, we're not going to be here.
I'm just saying, I don't think this country's going to be here in 100 years. Because unless they do some drastic changes, everybody's can't sit and wait for a handout. But at the same time, you can't shut down everything and then tell people pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That is so true.
I believe in the beginning of this whole thing, if we would have just shut things down 3 months, give everybody a $5,000 check every month for 3 months, it would have been over. It wouldn't have been pass this bill, pass this bill, pass this bill, pass this bill, and you piecemealing things.
That's a good idea.
You can't do it all out at one time.
But you had a president in there who didn't care, who believed it was the Democrats, who was lying about the coronavirus. And then you got dumbass people who poor, who ain't got but 3 teeth in his mouth, kind of like, Lynn. And then you got, and then like, who believes Trump is basically their God. And they held on to every word he said.
Trump is a damn Democrat. And y'all need to look at this. Look at his history and look what he's done, how much money he's given to the Democratic Party. Trump get on TV and use poor, white, rural people as an audience. And they fed into that. And he harnessed all that power to do what he do, say what he say. You don't go meet with people and have genuine people walk out of meetings with you and say Trump is a genuine guy. And then when he sees the camera, he turns on the lights and the flash and he got a piece to his audience. Now, was it dangerous? Hell yeah, it was dangerous. It was dangerous as hell. You obviously you saw what happened with that. But the bottom line is Trump didn't believe there was no such thing as coronavirus. Rural white people believed there was no such thing as coronavirus.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm gonna keep pushing that narrative. You know what I'm saying? He get corona, they still say there's no such thing as corona. So I mean, go figure, right?
Yeah.
Your Jesus done got corona. Now you gonna say there's no corona, whatsoever, and then he gonna get out and say, yeah, the doctor said, I must have been immune to it. I was saying I was the man. And then he's gonna recommend a drug that does absolutely nothing to fight off this virus. But let's take a look who owned majority of the stocks when it came to that drug. So when
don't go there.
I'm just saying. Then he loses the election and then runs a whole financial campaign. Help me appeal the election. Send me millions and millions of dollars. What about the money at? Where that money at?
Yeah.
Rudolph Giuliani done got hit with $100 million.
I thought it was a billion.
No, it is a billion.
It's a billion.
$1 billion lawsuit, you know what I'm saying, for him talking about Dominion, you know what I'm saying, rigged the election, so they hitting him for defamation of character. Look at Trump cabinet when he first got elected and look how it looked when he got out. Everybody in prison, everybody locked up, people fired. You know what I'm saying? It is ridiculous to have the most corrupt person in office blatantly show you he's corrupt. And you act like everything's fucking Gucci. It don't make any sense.
But they kill Obama. But they kill Obama.
Oh man, you all seen what the Pat Robertson and the 700 Club? Kill Obama. Oh, look at her. She got her arms out. That's a slut. They was calling her all kinds of stuff. But like ass naked in magazines. You know what I'm saying? The Lord brought her through all of that, and she is now our first lady. Obama's the devil. They call Obama the leper, the precursor to the Antichrist. That's what they call this man. You had all these other televangelists on TV laughing. You think he won the election? I laughed at that. What was that? Kenneth Copeland? Laughed for about 20 minutes.
Oh my listen. Oh my.
This video
Kenneth Copeland and Paula White.
Right. Oh yeah, I'm going to get the angels in Africa.
No words. No words.
Yeah,
no words.
Well, these people are not allowing the word of God to show you what's going to happen. They're trying to take things that are happening and stick it into the word of God. That's the reason why.
You're right. They're trying to take it and stick it into the word of God.
Yeah, instead of letting it manifest itself, they're trying to take stuff and stick it in and make it fit. You know what I'm saying? It's not a puzzle. It's an outline. It's telling you it's an itinerary. These things, they're taking whatever the hell they want and trying to make it fit. They're trying to put a
that's why I say white people have historically been whitewashing everything. They got Jesus white. You got people overseas named John, John, David.
Tell you that.
My homeboy's named that.
I tell Jerron this all the time, and I say, look, something wrong. How? First of all, Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Okay. He traveled all throughout what is now the Middle East. Okay. I'm just saying. Okay. But then he gonna meet up with some cats named Paul, John, Peter. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying the shit don't line up for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying maybe that wasn't their names.
And you know what's crazy?
That's all I'm getting at on that.
You know what's crazy? Is all Jesus and all these people in the Bible came from overseas, but overseas is supposed to be our enemy.
But yeah, but listen, hold on, John. Don't even let me get started.
Oh yeah, never.
That'd be a whole nother episode, folks.
I forgot.
You don't want to get me started on that like that.
You don't get started on that.
You know, but you can see that traditionally in history, you know, throughout history, that a lot of things have been whitewashed, especially in Ethiopia, where they find sarcophagus and they find things, and then the person's white. Like in Ethiopia, they white. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Romans, when they was going through the plague, Europe, when they was going through the Black Plague, the Moors came into Europe with something as simple as soap, because they didn't know what the hell soap was, and showed the Europeans how to clean themselves. And that's how these cats got over the plague, because they didn't even know how to use. They didn't know what the hell soap was. So I mean, I'm tired of. We do get a little whitewashing, and we don't get credit for a lot of things. They couldn't even feed themselves. We was bringing food in. They was getting food out of Africa. But then the first thing they show you is African is a bunch of kids that can't move.
That can't eat. They starving.
Right.
It's the narrative. The narrative.
Mind-boggling. Look at it.
Africa is one of the richest countries.
Africa is the biggest continent. And look at a globe. Compared to the United States, compared to China, Africa is this big. I mean, it's all a downplay, but that's.
Let me ask you a question. Why are black people scared to rise up against white people?
We're not that type of people. Now, despite what everybody, black people do imitate a lot of things that they see that is glorified, like gangsterism, and you know, like nigga, you ain't come out the womb talking like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You ain't come out the womb hard. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm claiming this, you know, and they like to claim things that don't belong to them, like streets and colors and all that stuff. But we're not that type of people. We're peaceful people. If we went to war, we went to war with each other over some things, and then we got back to normal. We don't want confrontation.
Nope, we don't.
That's not in us. So that's the reason why you're not going to see us rising up. You will have those ones that will revolt and will rise up and will gather people to rise. You know what I'm saying? But that's not, if we really wanted to, we could. Well, we could. I don't think
we don't want no confrontation. We just want peace,
live, man.
And be happy and live.
But when the last time you seen a black man get on TV talk about all they ever do is put white presidents in here and these white people doing this? But when the last time you seen that?
Yeah.
But don't it seem like
things? But we just want to live like everybody else.
But don't it seem like black people are always going to white people and stop killing us, stop doing this, stop, and we out there peaceful protest? Why don't black people just ride? Lean.
Well, look, ride. When they do that, they tear up their own community.
Yep.
Did you see any of these white people tear up anybody's business? They wouldn't have tore down the Capitol. Okay, but let me say this. The Capitol was built by the people and for the people. So technically they was tearing up their own stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to be technical, that's what they went and did. In Europe, when they protest, everybody protests. Like everybody take days off. And the streets is filled with people, and they go down to the parliament and they sit there and they do this until they change the law. We don't do that. We still got an issue, too big of an issue with black and white, this and that. And I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't know if it's something that happened at the time. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I do know black people do keep themselves in a situation to allow this to happen. and tearing up stuff and burning stuff down, at the same time, it does get a point across.
Yeah.
But it also hurts your community, and it takes your community years to recover from stuff.
Rebuild, yeah. It's not even worth it.
You got George Zimmerman walking around. You got all these other people walking around, but black people won't smoke from other black people because they disrespect their hood, they want the wrong color. But you got the real people out here who cause a problem to the black community, and they don't do nothing. They don't do a damn thing.
Like I said, Jerron, good peaceful people. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, Jerron. I get what you're saying. The black on black crime and
listen, I'm tired of hearing that shit, Charmaine. Charmaine and little Malcolm X up there. All right, listen.
It is black on black crime that we don't.
It's not fucking black on black crime. Fuck
it's
that.
so crazy. I just had this conversation. Listen, I just had this conversation. And listen, I know it happens across the board, right? But listen, I am concerned about my community, and there is a high rate of crime in our community. Now, I'm not saying that it's not
a high rate of crime in the white community.
But I want to know how can we listen. I want to know how can we community. Listen, that's fine in other communities. I want to know how. I'm like with Jerron. How can we address what's going on in our
the damn angels couldn't get along with each other. They kicked half them bastards out, sent them to hell. I mean, what you want me to do?
Hey, Jesus, listen, God did kick the devil out.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm getting at. But I don't want to hear anything about black on black crime.
But it's the truth, Travis.
Is crime.
What you want to call it?
It don't matter if it's black. Okay.
What do you want to call it? What do you want to call when two people from my community?
So when a black man kill a white man, is it black on white crime?
Yes.
No, it's not. That's not what they call it.
Listen, the media doesn't say it, but it is. It's black or white.
Oh my goodness. No.
It's a black man that kills a white man or a white man that kills a black man. But I'm not concerned about.
Listen, when a black man kills a white man, they goes black man kills blah 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 blah. When a white man kills a white man, it says man kills man for blah 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 blah. They don't put color on that. So I don't want to put color right.
That's how we know it's a white on white crime.
I'm not saying the verbiage is right, but guess what? I'm glad, like I said earlier, we have these platforms so we can tell our story and kind of change the narrative.
Put your hungry ass, you unprofessional. What?
Give a different perspective.
That's why they've been quiet.
Jerron, now listen on this one. And Jerron and I rarely agree on some things.
Right.
I mean, I'm just look, man. Just okay. I had that. I don't know. I thought about that thing. I don't know. We might bring this back up a little bit later, down the line. But I just wanted to know how y'all felt about that.
Interesting. And maybe our next one we can talk about protecting the black woman. If you heard that story of the lady in Harlem or New York, where she went into the local store after work to buy a bottle of wine, and 4 young and offered to pay for her, whatever. And she declined respectfully, and they took offense to that, and they beat her up.
They did a bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they bit her and tried to eat her, bite her.
But the community came out and stepped up. I don't know if they were able to locate the guys. They do have them on camera, but this is becoming more. I mean, I'm sure it's been going on, but
go get your CWP. I don't care if you never held a gun in your life.
Yeah.
Go get a CWP. Go find you a weapon to carry and protect yourself. I don't care if you feel like you don't want to take another person's life. They're gonna take yours. So it's either you or is it them? You gotta ask yourself, are you willing to go? Are you willing to die right now for your belief on not being able to hold a weapon or protect yourself? Look, some mace, pepper spray,
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you can pull out, but it's either gonna be you and him. Are you ready to go meet the Lord right now? That you have to ask yourself that question.
That's true.
And the bottom line is, I don't go nowhere without it, and I have a backup just in case I can't get to that. So these people out here are crazy. These people out here are trying to do anything to get anything. With more and more people losing their job and places shutting down, desperation kicks in. Be careful at ATMs. Be careful flashing your money. Be careful who's looking over your shoulder.
Yes.
When you're putting your PIN numbers in, protect yourself at all times around here, people. Protect yourself. Also, remember once again to follow us on Twitter. That's podcast for Reset on Twitter, where you can.
And we want to give a shout out to the tech company that.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely want to give a big shout out to Kaleidoscope Tech, who retweeted our show about Black mental health.
Yeah,
awesome.
Thank you.
That was a really big hit amongst them on Twitter. So definitely go and check us out. If you haven't seen the episode, definitely go check us out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out Slim Williams over there, Slim Williams Games. You know what I'm saying? When he over there.
I'm sorry. Lynn looking like, man.
What now?
Lynn over there looking like, bruh. I took time out for this bullet.
First of all, Lynn always looked like that drunk. That ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying?
I just lift my hand up and all I see.
Oh my God.
No, Lynn really looking like, bro, I wish you nigga would shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
Oh God. I'm sorry. Oh my God, that shit made me laugh.
Jerron, I mean, you always got to be the damn expert. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always got to be leading. So,
hold on. What you an expert in? Eating French fries?
I wasn't going to debate.
Drinking out a sippy cup? You know what I'm talking about?
Bro,
and getting up on the camera every 5 minutes. That's what
I literally was in my phone. I looked up, and then was literally at that face like, bro, I really was the nigga.
Oh my God.
Charmaine, on your own show, you got haters. On your own damn show.
God.
You hate on me all the time.
2 haters over here.
You hate on me all the time.
And then, hold on. Then I'm shouting out his raggedy ass game channel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
That's all right though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
we ain't shouting out nothing else.
Hey, y'all check out some weird.
No, we ain't checking out shit. No, we ain't checking out a goddamn thing. No, check out my game channel. It's WL Game. Check out all the new Resident Evil.
And I'm gonna have some content coming soon. I'm gonna have some content coming soon.
Absolutely. Charmaine comes with some content. The hell with Lynn and the hell with Charmaine. We
out the way she was looking, bro. I was literally looking at my phone. I looked up, like,
we don't want to talk to you no more, Jerron.